Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Ruchi Mishra Tiwari and I am Associate Professor and Head School of Languages, Rabindranath Tagore University. This video is dedicated to a Booker Prize winner novelist Geetanjalishree and her novel Tomb of Sand. So let's try to understand first about the novelist Geetanjalishree. So her real name is Geetanjali Pandey. She was born in 1957 in a place called Mainpuri in UP. And she did her education from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi, and her PhD was on Munshi Premchand. She is basically the writer in Hindi language. She writes in Hindi language, and she has written novels and short stories. The first novel that was published was called as Mai, and it got the Crossword Booker Award in 2001, and that novel was also translated into English language. Then her next short story was Bel Patra. It was published in 1987. Then she has also written a collection of short stories called Anugunj, which was published in 1991. In 2022, her novel was published as Ret Samadhi, and that was translated into English as Tomb of Sand, and that got her a lot of fame and name, and she won the International Booker Prize. This book was translated into English by Daisy Rockwell. Now, apart from Geetanjalishree, there were many writers, Indian writers, who have got this Booker Prize, and we very well know about Arundhati Roy. So, Arundhati Roy is also the winner of Booker Prize, and she won this prize in 1997 for her novel The God of Small Things, and this book was translated into 40 languages after she won that prize. So, again we have one more winner of Booker Prize, that was Geetanjalishree. Now this novel for which she got the Booker Prize, it's called as Ret Samadhi in Hindi and Tomb of Sand. Apart from Booker Prize, it has also won the award called Warwick Prize for Women in 2022. It also got the French translation of this novel also won an award for Guinness Prize for Asian Literature. And very important notes, comments have been written on this novelist and on the novel. Indian Express, there was a note on Indian Express which said that the transformative journey of this octogenarian protagonist is told through a polyphony of voices deftly translated by Rockwell for a global audience. So, this was published in Indian Express about the novel Tomb of Sand. And similarly, One Book River has also, Minnie Kapoor has also said that this novel is astonishingly a powerful story about stories that never end. So, this was about Tomb of Sand. Now, something about the style of writing of Geetanjalishree. So, Geetanjalishree is an amazing writer and she has a huge command over words. She plays with words. So, even in the English translation, many words of Hindi have been retained because they are such powerful words. And the whole novel is divided into 3 sections or 3 segments. The English version of the novel had 735 pages, and the Hindi version is of only 366 pages. And the 3 segments of the novel are: the first segment is called as Ma is Back, the second segment is called as Sunlight, and the third segment is called Back to the Front. Now, when we read the novel, when we go through the novel, the story is told from many perspectives. It's not just one person who is narrating the story. So, even if you find that the door and the door handle is also telling the story, the butterfly buzzing around the characters is also narrating the story. So, the inanimate objects are also narrating their story in their style. So, that makes the narration style very, very interesting. And ultimately, Geetanjalishree has said this is the story of 2 women and death. 2 women and death. Now, we will see the characters, the important characters in this novel Tomb of Sand. So, we have Ma, we have Beti, Beta, Bahu, Rosie and Anwar. These are the prominent characters around whom the story is revolving. And the major themes of this novel is relationships, borders across countries, borders in relationships, boundaries that we build around ourselves, transgenders playing a very important role in the story, about love and how some characters are very bold and bohemian and they move across countries. So, these are important themes of the novel. And of course, we can see Geetanjalishree with Daisy Rockwell, who had translated this book into English, and it is called as Tomb of Sand. Now, very briefly, we will see what is the main crux of the story and what is the main summary of the story, Tomb of Sand. This story starts, and the protagonist of this story is an old woman, an octogenarian woman whose husband has passed away, and she is also very old. And after the passing away of her husband, she goes into depression. She is lying on her bed. She refuses to get up. She refuses to mix up with people. And in her family, we have the eldest son, who is called as Beta, and Beta's wife is called as Bahu. So, as the relationships are, the names are also the same. Beta, Bahu, and Beta Bahu have two sons. And this old woman, who is called as Amma in the story, she also has a daughter, and the daughter does not live with the family. So, Amma lives with this Beta, Bahu and their sons, and the daughter lives separately. So, this Amma refuses to get up from the bed because she is into depression. She does not want to live her life. The Beta and Bahu, they try a lot, to make her get up, to make her all right. They serve her properly, but she refuses. Then the daughter, who is called as Beti, the daughter lives separately. She is very a bold and bohemian character. She has broken the norms of the society. She had an unsuccessful marriage. She had an unsuccessful love affair. So, she has broken the barriers, and she lives separately. But she has earned name and fame for herself in the society. People could see her interviews on television. So, when people watch her on television, even the son of this family, that is Amma's son, they decide to call back the daughter into the family, maybe have cordial relations with the daughter. So, the daughter starts coming into the family, and when she sees that her mother is ill and is going into depression, so she decides to take mother to her own home, to her place. So, the Ma shifts to the Beti's house. Now, the Beti takes care of her mother a lot. The Beti pampers her mother, and it appears as if the Amma has actually become a little child, and Beti is like her mother. So, both Amma and Beti, they have a very good relation, and Amma slowly starts taking interest in her life. She starts laughing, she starts smiling, and she comes out of her depressive phase. Now, at this point of time, we have the entry of one more character, who is called Rosie Bua. And Rosie Bua is actually a transgender, or you can say that she is a eunuch. And Rosie Bua comes into the Beti's house, and Amma is very close with Rosie Bua. So, they start spending time with each other. Rosie Bua is actually also an old transgender, and Rosie Bua belongs to Pakistan, and she tries to tell the stories of Pakistan and how she has spent her childhood in Pakistan. At this point of time, we come to know that Amma is also originally belonging to Pakistan from a place near Lahore, and Amma has also spent her childhood and her teenage in Pakistan. So, they both discuss about their childhood, their memories, and they have a good time. And Amma is again starts reliving her life and enjoying her life. They both go out for walks, they both have tea together, and Beti is also very happy to see Amma in this stage. Now, after this phase, as Amma is very happy, suddenly one day the news comes that Rosie Bua is found dead. Rosie Bua has expired. So, Amma gets the shock of her life. Amma is really surprised and shocked that the one friend whom she trusted a lot has also gone away. So, again Amma, our first depression she goes into when she loses her husband, and now another friend she loses in the form of Rosie Bua, who is a transgender. So, Amma again gets a big setback. And she goes into depression, but she tells her daughter that I want to go to Pakistan. I want to go back to that place where I was born and I had spent my childhood, my teenage. So, the Beti says that we'll take you to some other country for a change. If you want a change, we'll take you to Australia, where the grandson of Amma, the Beta's son, was living, and she was close to the grandson. So, Beti says we'll take you there, but Amma was adamant that no, I want to go to Pakistan. Now, the son Beta arranges for a passport of mother and daughter to go to Pakistan, but he was not able to arrange for a visa. So Amma and Beti through Wagah border, they cross Indian border and they reach Pakistan and they move towards Lahore. So when Amma reaches Pakistan, she is very happy. She touches the soil of Pakistan and she feels very happy. But as they have passport but they don't have the visa, so the police comes and questions them, police of Pakistan and also they question them that, what is your name? And this time, at this point of time, we come to know the name of Amma, that her name is Chandraprabha. So the police says that you're Chandraprabha, from which place you belong to. So Amma says that I belong to this place where I was born, and she touches the soil of Pakistan and says this is my country. So the police says no, the passport says that you are from India. So this kind of interrogation the police does of Amma, and Amma is actually very happy. She feels happy as if she has come back to her own mother's place, to her Maika, and she feels that I have come back to my Maika. And Beti is also very happy. And then in Pakistan, she tries to search for one person. Now, during right from the beginning of the story till the end, we have seen that Amma is always carrying a Buddha statue with her, which she preserves, and she says that it is a memory of somebody in my life. So there also she has that Buddha statue with her, and she says that I want to meet someone, a person called Anwar. Now again the question arises in the reader's mind that who is Anwar, whom Amma wanted to meet. But she is bent upon and she tries to search. Then she meets someone who is called Ali Anwar, and Ali Anwar is the son of Anwar, and she requests him that I want to meet Anwar. So in the same time, police is also interrogating Amma, that because she has come here, she is staying here without visa, without permission. So police often comes and questions her, and she keeps on saying that I belong to Pakistan, this is my land, this is the place where I am born, and India is also my country, Pakistan. So this is Pakistan is also my country. So this is the story where it is boundaries are blurring. It is the human emotions which are dominating here. So her emotions are attached with Pakistan as well. So she says that I don't believe in boundaries which human beings have created. Then finally she gets a chance to meet Anwar. So she goes, and Anwar is also a very old man, and Anwar is lying on deathbed. He's almost about to die, and then she goes there, and she tells her daughter that Anwar is actually my husband. When she was a small teenager, a young child, she got married to Anwar in Pakistan, and 1947, after partition, she along with her family, this Chandraprabha or Amma, or whom she herself calls as Amma and Chanda, she has shifted with her family to India, and Anwar has remained behind in Pakistan. And then they both got remarried. But that memory of first love, that spark of first love remained in their hearts. So she meets Anwar and she tells Anwar that you never tried to search me, I never tried to search you, but I want to ask for forgiveness and I want you to forgive me. And Anwar is also not very conscious, he is unconscious, but he recognizes Amma and Chanda. He says only one word, Maafi. He says Maafi. So he is also asking for Maafi, and she is also asking for Maafi. And Amma feels, or this woman Chanda feels very, very happy, and she says that I am Anwar's Chanda. I am Anwar's Chanda. And then when she's moving out after meeting Anwar, very satisfied, we realize that someone has shot her down. A bullet comes, maybe from a terrorist or from a police officer, from anywhere, we do not know, and she collapses on the soil, on the sand of Pakistan. And then Beti returns back to India without Amma, and everybody questions her that where is Amma? So Amma has collapsed into the place where she actually belonged, where the first love of her life belonged, into that sand of Pakistan. The tomb of Amma is built. So this is how the story ends. Of course, all readers have their own right to interpret it in their own ways, but basically for me this is a love story of Chanda and Anwar and how they ultimately reunite, and even if they lived their lives in separate countries, they have got married, they have raised their children, but that spark of love was always there in their hearts. And ultimately Amma dies with beautiful memories and with a satisfied heart that she was able to meet that man. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much.